मेरा झुमका उठा के लाया यार वे जो गिरा था बरेली के बाजार में मैं तो ठुमका लगा के शर्मा गई बोली घूम कर बजा दे के मैं आ गई मुझको लगा के नाच ले आजा नाच ले मेरी यार.
Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking at Home with Derrick. On today's 32nd or 33rd episode, I'm going to finally show you how to make my homemade roasted curry powder. So for our ingredients, we're going to need a cinnamon stick, 1/4 a cup of red lentils. This is my recipe, just so you know. 1/4 a cup of rice, 2 tablespoons of mustard seeds, brown, and we're going to use a tablespoon of caraway seeds. No. A tablespoon of cardamom seeds. And a tablespoon of caraway seeds also. So let's see. A teaspoon and a half of fennel. I'm not a big fan of fennel, but it is something that you would want to add in this curry powder. So a teaspoon and a half. And we're going to use 4 tablespoons of coriander seeds. So these are coriander seeds. You can find them probably at your grocery store. If not there, then your local international market. So 4 tablespoons. And 4 tablespoons of coriander seeds is 2 tablespoons of cumin seeds. I don't have cumin seeds right now. I have it on my list for my international market tomorrow. So we're going to use 2 tablespoons of ground cumin. Since that wasn't 2 exact tablespoons, I'm going to add a little extra. Alright. You will also want a teaspoon and a half of turmeric powder. You'll need salt and for salt, just add salt to your taste. So for me, that's about, I'd say a tablespoon for the amount we're making. But I'm going to eyeball it. And black pepper, there it is. About a tablespoon also. Alright, I think we are there. Yeah, so those are the ingredients you will need for this homemade curry powder. And I will be right back. Oh, 1 second. You'll also need a thing of rumpa if you have it. If not, then skip that. It's also known as pandan. I also am out of it, sadly. You'll need your main base curry leaves. So I'll be right back. So we're about to begin our dry roast process. Don't add any oils, fats, heats, oils, fats, any sort of thing that can mess with your ingredients. So we're gonna start with our curry leaves because these are a wet ingredient, or should be unless you dry them. So if you have dried ones, then use those, but I like to use mine fresh. And I'm using about 1/4 cup of these or so. And you're just gonna roast these, 1, until you can smell the aroma, and 2, until they are dry fully. I can feel them drying, so. And for me, when they are done, I'm just gonna put them in this. Those are done. I can smell them and they are dry. Next, I'm going to do my lentils. Do these until they color a little bit, and until, like, you really won't smell lentils, but they will color, so. Or until they pop. That's another key that they've been roasted enough. I mean, I can smell them a bit. Let me turn my light on a little bit so I can monitor my lentils. These won't really take long, especially once your pan has heated. Yep, I smell them. Okay, next we are going to do our rice. This you'll be able to see color. So I'll be back when this is. So our rice is done. You can feel from the texture, and I can smell it. And it's colored some. Next, we are going to do our seeds. So go ahead and put mustard seeds, fennel seeds, cardamom seeds, caraway seeds. That should be, yep. And since we're doing these, go ahead and add your cinnamon stick. I'm breaking it up so it's a little bit easier to, 1, grind, and 2, heat. So this is about a medium cinnamon stick, and it's a Ceylon. Mustard seeds, all the seeds you will be able to tell because they will begin to pop at you. I can smell my cardamom and my fennel. I'm beginning to smell my mustard and cinnamon and caraway. So I can hear it. It's not started popping, so it's not done. Okay, now I can see them popping. And be very careful because mustard seeds do hurt. So add those into your mixture as well. And lastly, go ahead and do your coriander seeds. roast these. Also, they will begin to pop and you will be able to smell them. So I used to grind my things in a coffee grinder, but we're gonna test a little bit in a food processor because I want to see how that goes. See? Or a blender, either or. These are starting to color. Since my stove is still going to be warm, I will go ahead and turn the burner off and add these into our mixture. So I will be right back. Okay guys, I'm hoping very much that my food processor will work. So I'm going to go ahead and put all my dry roasted spices. I've also done this by mortar and pestle, which took, say, at least an hour because I didn't make a lot because I didn't know if it was going to work or not. So go ahead and put these in, and we'll just go ahead and try pulse. So let's go ahead and try this out. See how the food processor works. So I'll be back and tell you if this works. So it didn't work as well. So I went ahead and got my coffee grinder out because I know this works a lot better. And so this is how the food processor got it. It got it pretty smooth, but not as smooth as I wanted it. And so for this, just grind it and shake it until you can't really hear the sound of any seeds or such. So I'll be back when this is done. So here's the final product. I went ahead and added my dry spices. I'll just give that a mix. So for me, this is going to last probably a week and a half, if that, because I love curry so much. And so I make this a lot. And I love this recipe. I had a friend from Sri Lanka, and his mom makes a curry powder similar to this, but this is a recipe that I came up with, and it's so delicious, and if you try it, you will, believe it or not, fall in love with it. So I recommend you try this recipe. Try to make some curry chicken or potatoes or green beans or something, and this can last in an airtight container for a while. And if you put it in the fridge, it will last a little bit longer. But I really hope you all enjoyed this recipe, and I will see you next time on Cooking at Home with Derrick.